Hello there, everyone. Oh, God. I hear it now.
Okay.
I heard it when I was loud.
Okay, I'm moving the mic. I have moved the mic. Let's try again.
You want to get back to your pose?
Oh, yeah.
Hello there, Nope.
Still hearing it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hello there, everyone. Oh, my God.
Good. What on? Okay, I have the solution.
Is the solution earmuffs? Put earmuffs on the microphone?
Test. Does that sound too far away now?
No.
Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on, so I just put it on the key input.
Okay. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Super Casper, the Smash Brothers podcast, where sometimes we have to figure out what the fuck is going on with microphones because they can pick me up and then my headset hears them, and that's the problem. But I'm Zantok, otherwise known as Lister. That is Jonno, otherwise known as the praying statue, the praying hands, and whatever the fuck that statue is. Brazil? No, I'm thinking of a different one. I don't remember where that's at. Not that one. A different one that I know of, but I don't know where it is. Anyways, he's here. He's being kind of weird and creepy. He kind of looks like he has a plastic face sewn over his real face, and I don't like it at all. This is some Silent Hill shit. No, stop it. You put that away. But it's our penultimate episode of the season, guys. We are in our trio finale, our finale set of episodes. I forget the word that we usually use for them when we're looking at our document. Phases, waves, arcs, cycles. That's the word. Thank you. It's our finale cycle of the season. We've already seen our finale on topic where we made a roster of all stars for PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2 if Sony ever dared to try again. Just please change the mechanics of how combat works. I swear. Better roster. Like, we gave you a good one. Use that as a base. Come on. But now it's time to do some characters, and you can already see them on the screen if you're watching the screen because I forgot to hide them before we revealed them. Whoops, that's on me. But also, like 98% of our viewership is audio, so you don't see them. Ha ha! But you might have read about them in the descriptions. So
You're welcome to come see us on YouTube. You get to see our beautiful mugs, and I don't think there's any further incentive needed than that.
I don't think that's an incentive. I think that's an incentive not to watch. I'm pretty sure that's a reason to stick to audio.
They can see my plastic overlay on my face.
It's disturbing.
It's an interesting way to start a show. Never done before. Never to do again.
Never do it again.
But what an interesting selection of characters we have here.
It is, and we have a when we do these final episodes for our finale Smashtopia, we break the mold a little bit. Instead of our normal where we both work on the same character and then we see what each other has made and we mash them together. This time around, we're basically doing a showcase. We're showing off these two new creations to each other. We both know what the other has created, but we don't know what they've created. Like, we know who the characters are, but we don't know what we did with them. And we also like to have a theme for these. Like, we've done redos of characters from Super Specialist Mercurious. We've done characters who, like, are technically possibly in the Smash, but it's never going to happen. We've done fourth party characters. Last season we did new me fighters, which was fun and took some work because we had to triple the amount of moves we normally make, which, oh boy, that was a thing.
I don't remember much from that occurrence. I think that's a reflection on the way my mind reacted. It's trying to protect me from reliving that moment.
From the me fighters?
Yeah, it was a fun time, but I mean the tripling up on the presentation. I don't think with these characters today we're going to be doing that.
No. Is
So
that
that
why?
very type of movesets.
Is that why me musician isn't on the wiki yet?
Yeah. Oh, it's there.
No, it's not.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't gotten an email about you editing anything, so no.
Huh, that's curious. I wonder if, by the time this episode's up, if it's there. I mean, that would be so cool.
The last edit to the wiki was 28 days ago.
Mine?
No.
Oh, in general. I mean, even yours then. Okay, well, even North-South Map 14s.
No, it was Samus.
Very good.
I don't. What got edited on Samus? Was it? What the hell did I change?
It was probably when we were recording the Dark Samus episode with Trilix.
Oh, I know why. It's because we said Dark Samus would be able to. Oh no, it was because like when I was researching Dark Samus, I found that Dark Samus has a wall jump, and I realized, oh, does Samus do that? Because I don't think I put that on Samus' Smashtopia page, and I hadn't, so I had to go add it in. Whoops.
Not fail.
Any hoodle. We've got two new characters today that have a connecting theme, as they usually do. Jonno, would you like to explain our theme for this season? Why these two characters that can be seen on screen were chosen?
Indeed. Henceforth, we have selected these characters: Jonathan Jones from Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, and Zant from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, not only as a cute and alliterative foray into referencing one another through their names, but also as a reference to history when we had done it once before in our teenage years on the website forum, Super Smash Brothers Mercurious.
Did you have a speech typed out and prepared to read from? Because I did not tell you that you were going to be explaining it before the podcast started. Uh, what the fuck?
It was, something I knew this moment was coming with my very strong telepathic mind.
How did you know this was coming? Because I have a very particular reason why I wanted you to explain it.
Because I just know, I know these things.
Really? What do you know? What's the reason?
Man, it's just how we do things around here.
No. Anyways, so Jonno, you said in your explanation that we've done this before, where it'll expand on this a little bit, where you had made a post on SSB Mercurious, our origin story, called Zant, okay, and you made a moveset for Zant. And then I responded with a topic called John, no, and I made a moveset for Jonathan Jones. What if I told you this was a lie? What if I told you we misremember the details of this history? This is what I wanted you to explain. Because after I finished my moves for Zant, I was like, oh, I want to go look at Mercurious to see what Jonno made for Zant, to see if I like anything he did better than what I had done, and I couldn't find it. Like, where the fuck is the Zant submission? I can't find it. I'm using the search. I'm searching for Zant in the characters, and it's not there. And then I widened my search. You didn't make Zant as the character. You made him as an assist trophy. So the whole premise for this episode is a lie. But
Jonathan,
by the time I realized this, it was too late to change course. Like, fuck it. I guess I'm just making a Zant moveset because we're still doing the bit of, oh, hey, look, Zant, Jonathan Jones. We're still doing that. It's fine.
So you still you made this trophy.
No, I made a character.
Oh, right. You're
Also,
wrong.
well, I did find my Jonathan Jones on Mercurious. The topic's not called Jonno, and I didn't see that text anywhere on the site when I was using the search. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it got renamed or something? But I thought that was strange. Maybe I'll just message you privately about it. I don't know.
No, maybe it's all a lie.
I mean, we thought that Flame Zone was the one that copied my Pokemon Red moveset, but no, it was some other fuck.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. Not gonna lie, that was pretty funny.
Um,
But yeah, so
fun fact.
instead of the bit being, oh hey look, we took these characters that we made on Smashtopia that the other person made and are making them. The bit is now, hey look, I made Zant, okay, and he made John. No.
Yeah.
Bits. We love bits around here. Well, that's not entirely true. We like my bits around here. We don't like Jono's bits around here. Jono's bits kill me. But not in the funny way. No. Anyways, so I made a character out of an assist strip, but you made a character out of a character. I am curious, before we get into revealing these, did you look back at Mercurious at all to see what I had done for Jonathan Jones, either before or after you made your version?
There was an intent to do that, and I never did. Not because I did not feel the desire to or set aside time to, but because I forgot where to find that forum archive, and then neglected asking you. So I just was kind of like, oh, I'll just make my own moveset from scratch, and Zantok will probably have the receipts from the past that we could look at.
I already sent you the link. It's because that forum has been bought out. Or like the forum that it was originally built on has been bought out like a couple times. So it's not the same link anymore. Honestly, I'm surprised the forum still exists. Because the most recent post, unless I see something else I'm scrolling through, was from 2017. It was a long time ago. 8 years the last post was made. And it was in the topic called Website Dead.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, it's tapatalk.com/groups/SSB Mercurious, MERCURIOUS. Want to check it out?
Don't.
See what we're getting into in the late 2000s. Take me back, but also absolutely not. Do not do that. Please, no. It's double-edged blade.
I mean, there was some good stuff there, but there was also a lot of not good stuff there. I kind of want to like, I think I have written down already like all of my old submissions that I did. Like I'd like to like remake most of them at some point. Some of them I don't need to remake. Like I made like 12 of the different net navis from Mega Man Battle Network with the characters. I don't need to redo that. That's the equivalent of you making 30 Fire Emblem characters.
Hey, we're getting close to that number in Smash Cannon.
Listen, some of those characters are fine to make character movesets out of. Some of them are not.
Gatekeeper.
I mean, you didn't make one of Gatekeeper because Gatekeeper didn't exist back then. But I don't even know what I would do with that. There's better options. Gatekeeper Assist Trophy, though, actually isn't a bad idea. Or Spirit Battle.
I've got a Gatekeeper system on the wiki.
Oh, that's right. There is already.
I'll make Devdin as a character and then have Dan Vet as a separate character.
That's one of the ones that you shouldn't have done. Knock that out. All right. 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 Who's going first?
You want to roll the die?
They're upstairs.
Okay. You want to spin the wheel?
I don't have one made.
Something's happening. Something's
Here.
happening.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
It fell off my desk. I don't know where it went. It might have gone to the trash.
This is a sign.
Nope, I found it.
Oh.
What did you say? Well, you said heads or tails? You said heads?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it landed on heads, so you're first.
Okay. Now to reveal what this actually is. It's my moveset.
Oh, boy. That
So,
email you printed out?
Yeah, it's an email to myself that I sent myself from my phone.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are not to the. I'll be getting creative with my descriptions here because these are phone note versions. These are the cliff notes for what I need to write for the wiki, so they're not totally up to snuff. But either which way, Jonathan Jones, our pirate friend, otherwise known as Johnny, if you're to believe the Switch. His entrance is he rises, he jumps out of a splash of water. There's water particle effects, uh, kind of raises his spear and is ready to battle. There you go. Try it.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got for Zant?
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You do the whole thing.
Whole presentation.
Yeah, that's how we've always done it.
We've only done it 5 times. Hell if I remember. Okay, his Kirby hat is his signature shark hat because, as we recently learned, Jonathan Jones is not a shark. He is a man in a shark costume, which was upsetting to me. But, it helps the cause for Kirby because you get the hood, you get the shark hood.
I'm actually going to pause. I do, not a thing, but I think we should kind of go back and forth, I think that's actually better.
Really? Okay.
Give each other a break from talking with some of these things that we're going to be saying. So actually, that's probably better now that I think about it. It only took
It might
us
have.
6 seasons to realize that.
Well, I was also a little worried that if I just went through this, it would be done so quickly. Okay, yeah, you go ahead. Give us your interesting Kirby head.
Okay. I will let you know. Sometimes I don't know if it's just like when you're looking down or something, but like the mic is barely picking you up at some points. Most of the time you sound fine, but like right there, I could hear you, but it was low.
Hello.
Hello. So for Zant, my Zant entrance is boring, because he teleports onto the stage. But to add just a little bit to it, he teleports with his arms spread wide. You know how he has his sleeves that are longer than his arms, and he just has like a dark chuckling laugh because this guy's a fucking freak.
He is bizarre. He is a strange man. He's a weird guy.
He he a weirdo. And my Kirby hat is the helmet. Kirby's gonna wear the helmet just like around his body. It's just, like you won't even be able to see. You'll see his hands and you'll see his feet. Yeah.
Can Kirby like extend his tongue out like Zant's mask has the tongue sticking out?
No.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense actually. So how do you want to do this? You want all my taunts?
Yeah, do all
all.
just your taunts. All 3 of your taunts.
Okay, let's do that then. So, his I haven't telegraphed these to upside or down yet. I will. But for Jonathan Jones's first taunt, he points his trident forward with the wind billowing over his cape as he says in his piratey tone, "Avast ye." His second taunt, he stamps his trident, and a small wave of water surrounds it. Yeah, very presidential like. And then his final taunt, kind of alluding to what we just talked about with him being a man and not a shark. He makes comedic bites with his shark mask, but it's just a mask, so it's funny.
What
Kind of
is
like Bowser,
inside the shark? The world may never know.
right? Could be three toads in a shark suit.
Could be. I doubt it. Could be. For my taunt, I'm actually going to start with my side taunt because it's a little bit important. For my side taunt, if Zant is currently wearing his helmet, it will open up and recede back down into his armor. If Zant is not currently wearing his helmet, it will reappear on his head and cover his face once again. Let's let the player choose if they want to be wearing helmeted Zant or face Zant, which is something they should have done for fucking Lucina, where one of her taunts is, "Hey, what if I put on the mask when I was pretending to be Marth?" But except she immediately takes it off. Like, no! Come on! What's the fun in
Agree.
that? For my down taunt, Zant will angrily jump up and down as he stomps his feet into the ground like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum. Yeah. And then for my up taunt, Zant will display his flexibility as he twists his body around him so that his back is to the screen while wrapping his arms around himself and then bending over just enough that he's able to look right into the screen, much like when Link and Midna encounter him in the Palace of Twilight. He's
Very
a
nice.
contortionist.
Yes, he is. You do see that in a few interesting ways in Twilight Princess, don't you? Okay, yeah, those are cool. I like those taunts, especially the first one. I mean, you're giving people the opportunity, and I'm curious if it's gonna show up elsewhere, if there's something that this alludes to with being able to take off the mask. But either which way, even if it's all cosmetic, that's a good choice. That's a good
Completely
call.
cosmetic.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, and I agree. Like, it should be there for Lucina and other characters who, maybe not every character, like maybe not Captain Falcon. Oh, that would be interesting. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Nah.
Victory poses, then. Okay, my first victory pose for Jonathan Jones. It's a pretty cool uh, area, right? Like the sunken ship. It was memorable
Yeah.
for me when I was playing Super Mario RPG. He's a pretty cool character, one of my favorites. Um, Not that that has much to do with anything. I was just making the point. But his first victory pose is sitting atop a treasure chest, satisfied and grinning beneath the obscurity of his shark mask, while holding his trident, like stamping it, like having it stamped to the ground. Um, his second, Jonathan performs a series of acrobatic trident swipes and stabs as the bandana blues cheer him on. Having four bandana blues surround him and clap for him and with their cute little fins. Yeah, exactly. There's a GIF, and then finally Jonathan Jones swirls around the victory screen as if he really were a shark. Back and forth, eventually landing lightly and confidently while facing the camera with his arms crossed
All right.
through the imaginary water.
For my victory poses, for the first one, Zant will bend over backwards with his face towards the screen and let out a long, creepy laugh. Very similar to his up taunt, except this time, he's just got the laugh. It's fucking weird, man. Don't like it. For my second victory pose, Zan will come spinning in from off screen with his arms wrapped tightly around himself, like he does with one of his attacks in Twilight Princess. But then he'll stop in the middle of the screen and gesture wide with his arms out open for pointing towards the screen and just fucking screaming. He's a freak. And for the final victory pose, Zant will fall to his knees as he looks up in the distance towards his god, unseen, as he creepily says, "Yes! Yes!" That was a little. I mean, we don't have a voice actor for Zant, but I just realized, like, oh, I just did Gollum. Okay. You know what? But I see it, though. I see Zant having a golem-like voice. I think it works.
He's similarly pathetic. There you go. That was great. That was very good.
So
Nice shirt. by the way.
somebody needs to call Andy Serkis and get him in on this. The Legend of Zelda live action movie. Hey, if you're gonna be doing Twilight Princess or doing anything with Zant, please call Andy Serkis.
Definitely.
Like, actually,
Definitely.
do it.
Have a Zant potato scene.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it'd be Midna who is the golem in the when it comes to the potato scene, and Link would be Sam. Be like, no, you have to fucking cook the food, Midna. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not from this realm.
Very... Yes. Or as Zant said, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Special moves. We'll do one at a time
Special
here.
moves. Special move time, one at a time. Standard special. Gonna keep things a little simple here and there with Jonathan Jones. I mean, he has a few moves in Super Mario RPG, and I used them where I could. So the standard special is skewer. He stabs forward with a pointed stab of his trident. That is horrible grammar. That's what I wrote down. So what you do, you like imagine the standard special, and you hit the special attack button, and he just stabs. But you charge it, mid charge it stabs a little more. Full charge it stabs harder. It breaks the shields. There are water, again, like very water forward. We don't have many water forward characters with using like water effects. So there are water effects attached to his trident. And the more that you charge it, the more the water kind of surrounds it and adds a little bit of extra damage. And you know what? I think it could absorb fire too.
Okay.
Fireballs, etc., etc. Make it a little more interesting.
That make him easily one of the more useful characters, considering fire is in so many attacks.
Seriously.
All right. Well, for Zant, a lot of his moves here come straight from his boss battle from Twilight Princess. Really, only actually do all of them come from his boss battle. I mean, yeah, I might be twisting a couple of them, more or less. I also watched Hyrule Warriors to see how it works in that game. But for his standard special move, it's Twilight Barrage. This is his basic magical attack that he uses, where he fires off a bunch of small red orbs from his sleeves. I'm saying it's his sleeves because you don't really see his arms. He got big sleeves. But he starts with he'll point his arms forward and he'll just kind of like fire off multiple orbs from them. Not necessarily like rapid fire, but you could do like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then after you do 6 in a row, that's when you have to stop, and then you have to like restart the move. I would say from there.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like low key, almost adjacent to Dead Man's Valley, but effect a pretty different execution.
Yeah,
And true to
it's
the boss fight.
it's more similar to how it looks in Hyrule Warriors, because in Hyrule Warriors he just does it like just straightforward, and he kind of machine guns it there. But I was like, I don't want it to machine
I
gun
see.
here.
I see. No, even in Hyrule Warriors, it sounds funny. Okay, cool. I like that. Side special for Jonathan Jones is called the Shark's Maw.
Hmm.
It's a forward dash. It's a forward dash. So, again, adjacent to moves like Quick Draw or Fox Illusion, where you are making a quick dash forward, it's chargeable. There's again, a burst of water follows Jonathan Jones as he dashes forward. You get more distance the more you charge it. Horizontal recovery move. And again, it's this bite with his shark mask, where the mask is biting down, and then you have this kind of like ethereal projection of bite marks, kind of like in like GBA Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like a bluish like ghost of a shark jaw biting down in front of him. So if you connect with that jaw, you are using it to quickly throw opponents down or up, or just biting into them to deal some pretty good damage.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
More shark than you would think. So he's not really a shark. Master hand bullshit. It's master hand bullshit.
Right.
All right, for my side special, I've got Whirlwind Spin. It's his spinning attack. He will hold his arms out as he. What's the word I want to use here? Like he'll first of all he'll twist around himself, kind of like when you twisting a top to begin with, like you're letting it generate its energy, and then when you let go, he just starts spinning forward, slapping his arms around in front of him, anything that happens to be in front of him. But while this isn't one where it's like you go, oh, straight forward this direction, then you can immediately turn and go, oh, straight forward the other direction. Instead, it's more of a, as he's spinning, you can actively tilt the control stick and change if he's going left or right. He doesn't like tilt himself like what Rob does with his spin, but it looks visually it's similar when Rob is just doing his neutral spinning and he's not tilting it, but he's able to like actually move around left and right to hit people in other directions.
It's like a more controlled tornado Kirby.
Yeah, actually.
That's cool. I like how you can move it back and forth after you've activated it. That adds a little bit more to it, and it's like a spinning top.
Yeah,
Whirly
and like
Okay, cool.
and like it's a lot of hits at low damage because he can keep it trapped in there while he's constantly spinning. So we can't be like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be like 10% each hit. That'd be fucking insane. Just a bunch of small hits really rapidly, and you're kind of stuck there until the attack is done. And Jonno had to step up for a moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into my up special first before we get to him. Unfortunately, my up special is gonna be very quick and simple to talk about because it's a teleport. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a teleport move. I did go with a unique, funny name though, Twilleport, because Twilight and Teleport. I meshed them together like a Pokemon name. Twilleport. Yeah, it's an omnidirectional teleport that Zant can use to get anywhere he needs to be.
That was the up special.
Yeah.
Cool. Just heads up, I'm in the workspace. Someone's gonna come around in a second and just drop something off. It's gonna, so I will dip again, but only for as long as I just did.
All right.
In the meantime, I will give you my up special. Like a teleport, I was gathering seems effective for what you're trying to accomplish here. The up special for me is Diamond Saw. Diamond Saw. So I move from his boss fight. So Jonathan Jones, the one and only, he corkscrews upward, surrounded by two whirling saw blades and a swirling water vortex. It can be telegraphed slightly diagonally left or right as you're coming up. Travels, I didn't get that far, maybe about as far as Mewtwo's teleport.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little vortex of water and also saw blades.
All right.
Yeah.
My down special, you're kind of gonna know what it is just from the name, but I did add just a piece to it. So this down special is Ook's Pillar. In the Zant's boss fight, he can kind of go into different boss arenas will appear, and he can do some of the things that involve their arena. And in Hyrule Warriors, they play with that as well. So for the down special, Zant is going to spawn a stone pillar from beneath him. And it looks just like the pillars from when you were fighting Ook in whatever the heck that dungeon is in Twilight Princess. I don't know. It's the monkey... Forest Temple, sure. It's the monkey boss. He's got pillars. But Zant's going to make one of those pillars appear out from under him. So it's going to propel Zant up. He doesn't shoot... It doesn't send him shooting up into the air. Although I did consider it up special, but teleport just made so much sense for Zant. But this pillar will get him out of the way of an attack and can block opponents who are trying to run towards him because they'll be running and then suddenly it's like, oh, there's a wall here. You can't hit me now. But there's a little bit more to it. If Zant is still on top of the pillar and he presses the down special a second time, he'll do a creepy laugh and he'll kick the pillar, sending it tumbling down. damaging whatever is in front of it.
I
Kind of like,
yeah,
kind of like Villager's Tree. It's a lot like Villager's Tree, but with one less step.
yeah. I like that a lot. Not only for the recollection of our good friend Ook and his brain parasite that he had once upon a time, um, but the name tells it all. I love this move. That is great. It gives a little more spice to Zant. You wouldn't expect it per se. I mean, it's a prevalent part of Twilight Princess, but still, it came out of left field for me. I'm excited by it. Enjoyable.
It's my best move. It's all
I would say,
downhill from here.
well, don't sell
I had
yourself.
a hard time making Zant because I don't know Twilight Princess very well, and his boss fight was just like, okay, this is a weirdo. What the fuck?
He is a weird guy. That's why I told you. Internal notes: shark, not a shark, and a weird guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty appropriate. I'm gonna give you my down special. Then I will hop over and just make sure things are going good over there. But the down special is deep sea diver.
This
Jonathan
is
Jones dives into what was that?
this isn't Endless Ocean.
I would have just called it the diver. It's not Dave the diver either. Um, um, Jonathan Jones. He dives into a pool of water. Walk over the water pool. The pool of water stays on the stage when he dives into it, and you're holding that button down. Hold on just a minute.
And then he's gone forever because he's down beneath the waves, and he doesn't come back because
Oh, I'm
we
here. I was
never
just making
found
sure
out.
the sound wasn't my person. I'm here.
Oh hi,
Hello.
where'd Johnny
Um,
go?
Yeah, he dives into the water and you can hold that down and he's in the water as long as you're holding that input. But you walk over it, like a foe walks over it, and then he leaps out of the water like a shark and skewers them with his trident. Um,
Okay, interesting.
yeah. Sometimes a treasure chest comes up with him, very occasionally, and you can smash it to reveal items.
Okay,
Throw it around. Blah
alrighty
blah
then.
boom. That might be my best. Yeah, it is my
I
best
feel
move.
like I feel like also if the treasure chest appears and this is the coin battle, extra money appears out of the attack.
Yes, I agree with that sentiment.
Yes. Rip coin battles though.
Yep.
Whoever played coin battles, raise your hand. That's what I thought. But rip coin battles though.
Yeah, I enjoyed those. And Melee and so on and so forth.
Yeah. I'm not surprised they're gone, but losing the option, like I can't imagine it was that much extra development time.
I don't think so. Certainly more than one into stage morph.
Yeah. Stage more Sally, great, cool concept, but
Nevertheless.
it fucks with some stages, which means that some stages can't be in the game, and nobody uses it, sadly.
So true, bestie.
Anywho, it's time for the final smashes. Uh, so mine is called Usurper's Rage. Because he's an usurper, and he has so much anger. This boy got problems and needs therapy. And I'm not talking about Jonno, for once, when I say that. Most because he's not an angry person. He just, he's, oh my god, his brain needs help. But for Zant in his Final Smash, a Twilight portal will appear in the air above Zant and like off to the side in front of him. And if there are any characters that are below the portal, not like permanently, like forever below, but like just like immediately below on the ground where Zant is, anywhere in that general region, they'll get sucked up into the portal. And then we go to a cinematic. And with the we made the characters again in the Twilight realm. I don't know if it'll necessarily be the Palace of Twilight, but that's the only location that we actually know of in the Twilight realm, which annoys me when I found that research. It's like, really, god damn it, you don't go anywhere else? That's so dumb. But the opponents will be there, and you'll see Zant just cackling laughing madly. He's a crazy guy. And something that Zant can do, I don't know how, but something that Zant can do is he can get big. So Zant is going to grow to immense proportions. And as he's cackling and he's growing to these enormous heights, 50 feet, 100 feet, I don't know how tall he is in this form, he raises a foot and he stomps and he stomps and he stomps again, smashing whoever he trapped in this final smash into the fucking dirt. They're fucking hurt. They just got smashed by a giant into the ground, and that's when the final smash ends and Zant returns back to his normal size.
I too grow in size when I become angry.
Is that your secret, Cap?
Yeah. Well, that's great. I think you undersold yourself though because you were talking about the down special being your best. I think that was a really cool move. That was a good use of the cinematic and creepy and freaky and bizarre and fucked up. And that's Zant. That is Zant, okay?
That is.
Okay. Yeah. So good work there. I like that. Final smash for me is called Captain's Command. So you know, Johnny, if you will, he utters a guttural piratey crew. Let's finish him. And his pirate ship sails onto the stage. He jumps aboard, and you can use a kind of like a nautical looking reticle to cause damage as on the stage as the ship is in the background. So you're shooting cannonballs onto the stage from the ship. It's in the background. At the same time, the tide is constantly rising, so there is an ocean of possibility that is swirling upwards, the slowly but surely, gradually rising on the stage. Not slowly enough though, because this is a quick final smash. But when the tide reaches the top, the move ends and the water instantly disappears. So you are battling this water and being forced to swim in it at the top, and there's a possibility of drowning and being KO'd that way. And then he's also shooting at you with his ship.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Indeed.
Okay, it's time for the extra skills, the last part of our movesets here. I've decided to do for mine. I had two ideas. So kind of like I like the attack that he can do where he can just like make his mask just like burst out of the ground, but it didn't really sound right for an extra skill. Do what?
Yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah, it is, but it didn't really like fit very well. It kind of felt like I was just gonna do like the same thing as Uke's pillar. So instead, what I decided to do is I started to focus on his weapons. Because Zant, well, I primarily talked about the magic that he can do. He actually has a pair of scimitars that he can wield as well. So for the extra skill, I have it to where Zant is going to equip the Twilight scimitars. And I kind of think, based on how I'm doing this, I think it needs to be something that's like a meter. You build up the meter, and then you can choose to equip them, and it will affect some of his moves. Like his normals, his smash attacks will change because now he's wielding swords, so more damage comes out of him. The animation might be different, but also some of his special moves will gain a little bit to them as well. Twilight Barrage stays the same, but Whirlwind Spin has the scimitars pulled out, so now that attack is going to do a lot more damage on each hit. For Twilleport, for the base version of Teleport, it doesn't do any damage when Zant comes out of the teleport. But when he has the scimitars equipped, he will swing them in front of him as he comes out of the teleport, dealing damage to whoever is right there. For Uke's pillar, uh, I don't. The only thing I can think of where scimitars would be able to come to play here is maybe he throws one when he knocks down the pillar, but I don't like that necessarily. So it's really just Whirlwind Spin and Teleport of his special moves that get effects by having the scimitars out. But then his again like his normal smashes to the aerials, they'll get the scimitars as well. So more stuff can happen with those. And then once the meter runs out, the scimitars go away, and he's just back to magical Zant.
No magical Zant. I like, yeah, Cool. Yeah, I remember his scimitars quite well. They hurt.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. I like that. I always enjoy a final smash that is based on a meter that can help out your other moves in certain ways, and that fits the bill. So
Hmm.
nice rounding it out. I know we still have other skills. We're not out of the woods yet, but I'm going to give you my extra skill first. Mine is just bandana, blue or red. I'll workshop the name probably, but yeah, I think this is appropriate. You're summoning a bandana blue or bandana red to the fray, and they follow Johnny around and stab at opponents with their little pitchforky trident, baby tridents. Yeah, and that's kind of, it'll be workshopped out maybe in the same way that I kind of did with the big Bobby summon for the diver. Speaking of Endless Ocean,
Hmm.
where it's a little more involved and they can do a few other things, but as it stands, they're a little helper and they fight off foes along your side for an X amount of time, and they too can be KO'd and you can summon them again after half a minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense to me. All right, moving on. We've got these unique traits or special abilities of a character. I decided to actually give Zant the ability to have like one extra midair jump. I don't know. I kind of just felt like it fit the guy.
I think he's floaty. Makes sense.
Yeah.
The way he can move all around in Twilight Princess in midair, why not? Um, Mine, Jonathan Jones, he cannot drown, and he swims fast.
We've mentioned this before, but cannot drown. What we really mean is it's just it can last longer when swimming, because otherwise the character can't. If the character can stay in the water forever in Smash, then they can just wait up their opponents because their opponent can't get to them.
Right, but Cap'n can not drown.
What?
Oh, I thought maybe I'm misremembering that episode.
Who?
Cap'n from Animal Crossing.
We didn't make a moveset for Cap'n.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm mistaken. But yeah, yes, that makes sense. For an extra amount of time, maybe double the amount of time of a regular character, he will retain himself on the water.
Yeah, I think you have something like that for Diver as well. I'd have to see. Maybe it was like Giant Squid or Squirtle or something. Because there are some characters where it makes sense that they should be able to last longer in water. Oh, actually, you don't have anything about that for Diver. Wow. It's literally what they do. What the fuck,
So
Jonno?
yeah, let's write that back in. It's there, it's there. You just don't see it yet.
I don't have it for I don't have it for Squirtle either. Maybe we don't have it about like for characters.
We should. I mean, I think it's a worthy little addition.
Trying to see if I can find it for anybody. Kelly didn't even do that for Freddy Fish.
Odd.
Did we do it for like Big Man for Starfy? Not for Big Man, but that one makes a little bit more sense. Starfy doesn't do. I don't think we have any characters that actually last longer in water. Oh no, Palafin swims faster in water. We did that.
Cool.
Nobody actually has anything about lasting longer in water on the wiki.
Well, they do now.
This is kind of funny. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, oh boy.
Costume.
Alternate Feckin costumes. I don't really have like anything solid written down for Zant. Mostly because I kind of put this together 2 days ago. Whoop. I put it together 2 days ago, and I actually have 0 written notes on the attacks. It's all in here.
Wow. Wow. In the brain trust. Good work.
Remembering all that the shit. Animations I did have to write down, but you know. Okay. But for alternate colors, I mean, I feel like he'd probably focus mainly on like dark colors, like a dark red, a dark blue, a dark green. If I feel funny, I could give him a pink.
Yeah. Right.
Black. I feel like that. I don't know if that'd work out too well with his already dark color palette. I might be able to like base things off of like other bosses that are in Twilight Princess, but I have to look and see like, okay, what are the bosses in do they actually look like? 'Cause I'm not entirely sure. Oh, besides Ook, that's the only one I really know.
Maybe there's costume.
So a white cyan looking one for Blizzetta, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to look deeper. Maybe something based on like I don't know if Midnight in her true form, if there's something can be done with her color palette there. Probably not. But
Yeah, it's pretty subdued.
it's a very dark colored game. There's not a lot of color.
Makes sense. Conversely, SMRPG has a lot of color. It's a Mario game, for goodness sake. I don't have anything written down for alternate costume for Jonathan Jones. I figured, I'd workshop this post episode, and it would be the standard. His skin turns red, green, yellow, pink, purple. And you could be cute about it and say like, and it's based off of Axum Red. Just kind of
Actually, there is Jonathan Jones does have one actual costume.
Does he? Is there like a shiny version of him post game that I'm misremembering?
No, when he uses Vigor Up, I think it's Vigor Up. His costume changes from being a blue shark to a red shark.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I remember that.
So
Okay, so
that
yeah,
actually
he has
is
Vigor
a
Up
thing.
themed costume. There you go.
I just looked up Zant or other bosses Charlie Port. So the Phantom Zant would actually make sense as a Zant costume. I'm not so sure about it because it's literally just like a turquoise filter over his entire body. So I don't like that. But maybe change like his robes to be turquoise. That could work. Like focus on the robes and like the little I don't know what you call it, the thing he's got wearing on his front. I don't think I would change his armor or his skin. I think just his outfit.
I can agree with that. I think that's a good move. And an all gold Jonathan Jones.
Ooh, I do like that.
Loves treasure, and it's so shiny and gold.
Apparently, the only images on really we don't have Mario Wiki. Come on now, you got images of the red sprite from the SNES game, but not from the Switch game. What the fuck, man?
I remember it from the original game. I remember that sprite.
Yeah, I was just trying to see like if anything else about his design changes, or if anything else's color changes, and I don't think so. The cape looks like it's still red. It's just the shark costume itself goes from blue to red.
Okay, so it is. I will figure it out though. I always do.
Yep.
Home
Uh,
stages.
Home stage. So I actually had troubles finding home stage because Twilight Princess, the locations didn't really inspire me. And again, like I wanted to do something with the Twilight realm, but there's nothing there. There's just the Palace of Twilight, which we already used the home stage for Midna. And part of me was thinking like, okay, do I just give them both the same home stage and call it a fucking day? Because with some characters in some games, like you really can't get another location. It's hard. Like, what the hell would you do with Duck Hunt? What's the second stage idea that you can make for Duck Hunt other than just being like, oh, we have the straight out of the arcade game or straight out of the NES version. What about just like modernizing and making it look 3D? Sure, but do what?
The disc golf game B.
I don't know if that's different.
Or
Is it?
Duck Heaven.
I don't think that's no, no. But in the end, I did decide to go ahead and pick a location for Zant, and I don't know what it will look like. But it's a place where like it's a dungeon. And it's a place that Zant appears, so it makes sense to me. Arbiter's Grounds. It's a desert temple type of place with a big old Stalfos boss. And I feel like I'd probably put the combat in the final boss or not final boss, in the boss chamber, but I really don't know. I just kind of skimmed watching through a video to see what the place looked like.
You picked a good one. Arbiter's Grounds is a celebrated location.
Honestly, I'll consider changing it so that Midness home stages Arbiter's Grounds, and then Zant gets the Palace of Twilight, because that makes more sense.
Yeah, that works. That would work.
Yeah.
For me, it's the sunken ship.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Um, and I did. That's as far as I got. I'm like, we will do the sunken ship. Maybe you could teleport around. Don't you fight that giant glooper thing there?
The Calamari. King
Yeah.
Calamari.
And include that and kind of hop around different locations of the ship. Maybe. Boom.
And I'm trying to think of like what that stage would be like. And you could actually have it be a traveling stage. You're really good. Um, I don't think that's the way to do it though. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I kind of think maybe something Luigi's Mansion esque,
Oh
but
yeah.
like have it set into like 4 quadrants. Uh, and it's not going to be like a perfect representation of where the areas in the ship are, but each quadrant can be representative of a different section. Like one of them can deal with cannonballs being fired. Um, King Calamari could stretch his tentacles out into either of the 2 bottom sections, maybe. I'm not sure about the rest, but I think it'd be like something like that. Maybe there's 2 sections on the bottom and 3 sections on top to make it a little bit different.
I want to make this now. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff to do. Uh, Arbiter's Grounds, I mean, I would just use the architecture and I would set it in that room and make some kind of platform. I'd have to look at things again to really think about it because I don't know Twilight Princess. Uh,
On that. Speaking of spinning tops, good location for that.
yes, that's where you get it, right?
Yep.
That's okay. That's what I thought. Because I know when I was watching the video, I know I saw a link like using it to make a platform rise towards the end. Uh, Jonno, we have a problem.
What is it?
We went over both these characters, and it's not even been an hour.
Really? I thought it was at least an hour and something minutes.
No, it's been 57 minutes. Actually, technically a little bit less than that.
Oh, okay.
And I checked. I checked our previous episodes that we did for these, and they were all like an hour 30, hour 40, 2 hours. So I don't know what the hell we did with this one. Maybe we just made characters that are just really simple compared to what we've done in the past. I don't know. This is really weird to me. Or I guess we just cut out all the fluff. There's just no fluff in this episode. The time went down. This is weird. And I don't know what to do.
I think it's okay, if we have a couple episodes a season that skew towards this timestamp, it's and instead of the fluff, it might be a relief to listeners' ears. Like, oh, finally, these guys shut up for once. They can go on for 11 hours.
We took
But
breaks.
I mean, these are fairly simple characters, but I like that about Smash, where you're kind of going back to the roots of like Melee and Brawl with these characters, where you don't have to really break the bank, the mental bank, if you will, um, in ideating for these characters. They're just really solid, good move sets for characters that will never happen. Zant could. I would be shocked. Johnny never will, obviously. So yeah, it was still fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, I have a thought for how we can fluff the episode up by another 5 minutes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and then maybe I have a feeling it's the same thought. Maybe.
So I
Give me your
pulled
thought.
up the old Jonathan Jones videos that I made in 2009.
Okay, yeah,
That's
this is
how
it.
old this was. And I'm gonna kind of like speed through it, just see what we did and what's different. For the same special I did with Skewer, he tilted his thrust, or he thrust his trident forwards, and then can spin it in a 360-degree spin, which both deal damage, and then he can block projectiles while he's spinning the trident, and they'll be reflected back. The side special is Tridential Flood, instead of Torrential's Tridential. Jonathan Jones stomps his trident down in front of him, creating a small torrential wave of water in front of him at about It's short. It's like half the height of Olimar. Jesus. And then the wave like moves forward, kind of like Meryl in Melee, and will push enemies back. It also extinguishes fire, including Mario's fireballs and the hothead item. His up special is Trident Rise, where he basically helicopters using his trident. It's holds up with him, it spins, and he flies through the air. Okay. Down special was Diamond Saw. Jonathan Jones throws out a small, razor sharp snowflake, which travels on the stage similar to the hothead item. So it's just constantly going to like rotate around everything. Looks like but it doesn't actually no, it doesn't rotate around everything. It just goes to the end of a platform, so it's a green shell. Oh wait, no, I'm reading further. I need to stop talking and interrupting myself. It does go through things. It'll pass through enemies, and it just like keeps on going until it either comes into contact with a fire attack, or travels 100 in-game feet. Why did I write it that way in 2009? Jesus Christ, old me. And then the final smash was King Calamari.
Ah.
Suddenly, I'm going to read this one entirely. Suddenly, a door from Jonathan Jones' sunken ship appears behind Jonathan Jones. He turns around and writes in large letters, Pearl. The door swings open, and four tentacles that are each half as long as a landmaster shoot out from the door, grabbing onto and smashing anything they can. They can grab a character and constrict them, and between 4 to 8% damage for each constriction. They can pick you up and slam you back down, which deals out 10 to 16% damage. Or they can throw you high through the air and attempt to KO you by having you fly out the screen. They can also pick up items and toss them, causing the items to do the damage that they would normally. After 10 seconds of this chaos, the tentacles quickly shoot back into the door as the door slams shut and disappears. During this final smash, you have free control over Jonathan Jones and can use him to attack in addition to whatever King Calamari is doing.
Very nice.
And to which you were the only comment in that thread, and you said, good moveset. Don't know much on the guy. This seems pretty solid.
Yeah, back when we had a committee of members who were like going through and ranking submissions from to see if they would go from the forum to the website. And I was like, yeah, good, let's do it. That's funny. I of course later played Mario RPG on Super Nintendo and Virtual Console and Switch. It was a good game.
And you get it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's John, no? I actually what I was alluding to is actually different. I like that we did that. I had thought of maybe going down that road. I think the Zant SS trophy was like him spinning around. I'm pretty sure. Um, but what I think this is a good time. Sorry to spring this on you, Spring Man. But I think this is the opportune time if we're going to announce something this season to tie into our other project. It should probably be this episode because Tournament Champion is going to be long. This is a little shorter. TOC is going to be a gauntlet. So we're making another podcast.
We are.
And what is it called? What is that podcast? You want to give it to them?
I believe it's called Angel Wada.
Yeah, water, age-old water, like the stuff the sunken ship is inside of.
Yeah.
Jones and crew. It's going to be all about that particular level of Super Mario RPG, and it's going to go on for 10 seasons.
Sounds about right. That's what my knowledge says.
Actually, as it turns out, speaking of fluff, we collectively decided to resurrect an old name from our from kind of our older forum experiences. Anything Jonno or listener wants to talk about. AJOLWTTA, Ajolwada, a conversational podcast where we're just going to sit down, loosey goosey style, and talk with each other and see how long it goes, see where the flow of the conversation goes, and then not really intend, most of the time anyway, on doing much else from the outright. Just a monthly, comes out on the first Sunday of every month. podcast.
Yep.
The first one releases, the very first episode of Age of Water releases on November 2nd.
Of
the
this
day
year.
After Zantok's birthday. Happy
Yep.
birthday, Zantok.
That's my
I'm
birthday
getting more
present.
work.
Ah. And,
Ah!
and we had talked about Age of Water, what, 3 years ago? Maybe it was just 2. But we didn't have enough time to really work on anything for it. But now we've got a logo. We've got, I think we have a new jingle for it, and it's going to be a thing. It's going to be happening once a month, mostly freeform. There might be times where we have like a dedicated topic that we really want to talk about, but it's not going to be like the episodes are not going to be like dedicatedly themed every episode like how we have with Super Cash Brothers. It's going to be a lot more freeform, which means it's going to be a lot more wacky. But if the wacky is in that show, we might be more on topic here, which happened, I think, as part of why this episode was so short. This is, unless we add 30 minutes, this is going to be the shortest Smashtopia ever in 6 years of this shit. It's weird to me. It's so weird how short this one was. I feel like we should start having showcases prepared for these. But,
Next year,
yeah.
I don't think there's a way we can artificially keep this episode going for that long. I think we cap it here.
I don't
and
think
have
we
a lesson
should.
learned from the future. And Age of Water is something everyone can look forward to.
6 years in, we're still learning lessons.
Ain't that just the way life goes?
We
Always
thought we
learning.
had enough material because we usually do, but no. Like, I'm looking through them, right? A Trapper and Polar Bear, hour and 40 minutes. Steven Universe and Aang, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Megman the DXC and Randolph, an hour and 56 minutes. Kratos, Greek and Norse, 2 hours and 2 minutes. The Mii Fighters, Mii Spellcaster and Mii Musician, an hour and 32 minutes. And then today, Jonathan Jones and Zant, not even gonna hit an hour and 10 minutes.
At least we got over the hour, huh?
Yeah, because of fluff.
Yeah, there's fluffy guys.
To be fair, all those episodes actually had some fluff, but it's still weird.
It is, but I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah,
Gets me home.
Here's what I think. Here's something I kind of want to. This would be a fun thing to do, but it'd be hard to like really have to prompt it. Of the characters that you remember making movesets for on Mercurious, who would you most want to get a second shot at making nowadays?
I have some thoughts because I Beetle.
Beetle. Okay. Interesting. When I was looking to see like if I was going to consider like try and do something besides Zant in like 8 hours, I was like, okay, what are characters that Jonno had made? It's like, it's a bunch of Fire Emblem, and Hatsune Miku apparently you made, which surprised me.
Naga from Nobunaga's Ambition. I remember that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was like, huh. Okay.
Yep.
Looking at the ones that I've made, I think Dr. Wily. I think I'd like to remake Dr. Wily. Surge from Chrono Cross. I'd like to replay Chrono Cross and make moves for him. I made several Final Fantasy characters that it'd be nice to get some more of them on here because I made several Final Fantasy characters for Smashtopia, but I haven't done all the ones. Like I made Cecil and Rydia. And apparently I made Setzer, which is weird. Why the fuck did I make Setzer? That doesn't make any sense. I made Tidus. But yeah, I think I would say I'd say Dr. Wily or Surge is who I'd like the most remake.
I would say Beetle or Puyo Blobs.
Mmm. See if you can get Trevor on to do that one again, since he partnered with you for the first version.
And that's exactly why. Like, we came up with some of the weirdest shit for no reason.
Yeah. Surge, I also was one that I did in tandem with Ebit. We worked on that one together.
Yeah. Yep. If you were to ask me a stage, I would do the Great Deku Tree again. I actually really like the idea that I had for that back in the day.
Man, we did. I don't remember all my stages. I did see that I did make a stage for the sunken ship.
Oh, sweet! I can go plagiarize it.
I mean, you could. I was actually going to send it to you and be like, oh yeah, here was this. You don't have to make it the same way, but that's the one I did. Huh?
Cool. Well, I probably would reference. Maybe if I could find a way to reference it in some way, I would. I like the idea you came up with earlier, though, of like the tiered mansion
Yeah.
thing. That was interesting. King Calamari could be on that stage easily.
Oh, Inside Bowser, make that be a stage again.
There you go.
Ah, wow! I actually made very few stages on Mercurious. I only made 15.
Wow.
Huh. Weird. Anyways, I have nothing else to go over. So I guess we'll end this episode here. Next time is the final episode of season 6 of Super Cast Brothers, and as is tradition, it'll be the Tournament of Champions. We're going to be taking the winners of every Smash Dash matchup that we did throughout the whole season, putting them in a tournament bracket, and voting to see how they'll do. We'll have a guest on because we've been doing that every episode or every time since season 2 because we learned our lessons in season 1. Jonno does not know what the bracket looks like. I am the only person that knows what the bracket looks like, and it was randomized multiple times. So it's gonna be a thing. We're gonna do that. Which character will come out on top? I don't know, and I have fears.
Well, we'll sort it all out, I'm sure, as we always do. With a special
Indeed.
guest, as it were.
Hmm. And of course, we'll also be going over what the top 10 Raise the Chances characters of the season were. And I'll say that this season, like, we trended low this season. Not many only 4 characters got 50% or above. So we were trending pretty low this year. But that's how it goes.
It does. It do be that way sometimes.
All right. With that, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
A vast